What's up guys, Roman the Human here, and if you've ever talked to me in real life for over 5 minutes, you know I love the Sonic the Hedgehog series. No, seriously, I am unhealthily obsessed with this guy. It's funny, I've never really talked about the Sonic the Hedgehog series on YouTube before, but I made a whole video about a Mario game, even though I care about that series significantly less.
I love the gameplay, I love the stories, and I love most of the music.
I have an unhealthy amount of knowledge about the Sonic series, especially when it comes to his first decade. So, if I love this game series so much, why don't I give you my top 5 favorite Sonic games? So get ready for some opinions you're definitely not going to like, and let's dive right in. Wow, I like this game a lot more than I thought I would. I finally played through 2001 Sonic Adventure 2 this year, and good heavens, is this game good.
Now the dialogue does range from pretty good to, well, awful. I still do really like the character interactions. Yes, everybody knows how good this game's story is. I mean, the game's story is what inspired the greatest piece of cinema to ever exist, so... The Sonic and Shadow gameplay is fun, like really fun. These stages are great and easily the best part of the game. The Tails and Robotnik stages exist, although the Knuckles and Rouge stages are alright, they can be extremely frustrating, and I honestly wish there was less of them. This game is good, and I hope the true adventure formula returns one day.
Overall, good video game, even if a touch overrated. Alright, what can I say about this game that hasn't been said before? Released in 1994, Sonic 3 and Knuckles is one of the most fun and entertaining 2D games I've ever played.
Amazing standard and speedrunning gameplay, great, detailed, saturated 2D visuals with a fun, bouncy soundtrack make for an amazing game. This may be a hot take, but I like Sonic's sprite in this game far more than how he looks in Sonic 1 or 2. In my opinion, this is the first Sonic game to have a decent amount of focus on story, even having a full character arc with Knuckles. Robotnik built the Death Egg for the first time. Get the Chaos Emeralds, get Supersonic, get all the Super Emeralds to go Hypersonic for an amazing final boss, chasing Robotnik as he flees with the Master Emerald. Although it's sad Hypersonic will literally never return, you know what this game is?
Absolute peak. Well folks, here it is, one of the purest 3D Sonic experiences ever. This 2024 re-release of 2011 Sonic Generations already takes a near perfect game and makes it an absolute masterpiece.
Having Sonic Generations and Shadow Generations act just as the hero story and dark story worked in Sonic Adventure 2, with both stories taking place at the exact same time. It's amazing. The classic Sonic stages are really fun, the modern Sonic stages are so fire, and Shadow stages are just straight peak. I could gush about this game forever, but we'd be here a while. Shadow Generations' Kirk Thornton is peak Shadow voice acting, just behind Keanu Reeves of course. This honestly would be my number one, but this game has heavy flaws. Planet Wisp for modern Sonic is fine, but Planet Wisp for classic Sonic is just awful. Just utter dog water. Sonic's final boss is dreadfully boring and lame, especially compared to Shadow's phenomenal final boss. Like, Shadow gets an epic orchestral cinematic remix of his main theme, but Sonic just gets some generic scary boss music. Lame.
Overall though, an amazingly replayable Sonic game. This is a perfect video game.
Where to even begin? 2017 Sonic Mania has perfect stage design, perfect visuals, perfect soundtrack, and just a perfect vibe overall. Just the vibe of the opening cutscene, title screen, and menus just bring pure joy and bliss. There is no one bad stage in this game. Every new stage, every remix stage are all so fun and have perfect music. The sound of this game's soundtrack is just filled with that classic Sonic energy that's indescribable. Even Egg Reverie is still an extremely hype final boss, even if it was a bit easy. This game is amazing and you know it.
Christian Whitehead and all of his team did a perfect job making one of my favorite video games ever. Before we get to the number one spot, here's an honorable mention and a dishonorable mention. My honorable mention goes to 1991's Waku Waku Sonic Patrol Car.
Even though this didn't make the top 5, this is still one of my favorites. I love how extremely emotional and heart-wrenching this story is. This 3-minute Japanese children ride actually made me cry at points.
And my dishonorable mention goes to Sonic 4 Episode 1.
There is absolutely no fun to have about this game. Everything about Sonic Mania can be applied to this game, but in the opposite way. At least my favorite zone is in it, Casino Climax. Geez, what genius came up with that name?
Anyway, time to discuss my number 1 current favorite Sonic game.
My favorite Sonic game is Sonic Frontiers.
What?
No, alright. I know that sounds bad.
Okay, I can't quite put my finger on exactly why, but I adore this game. It's not perfect, I know, but I still love it. Released in 2022, Sonic Frontiers was met with 7 out of 10s everywhere. Good, but not exactly great. The movement was unsatisfying, both the final bosses were oddly easy and not memorable, especially compared to the game's perfect island titans. But after 3 big free updates and a few patches, the movement is my favorite 3D Sonic movement in the series. And Sonic Frontiers now has the greatest final boss in any Sonic game, making this game an easy 10 out of 10. Major hot take, I know. Do I need to refine my taste in video games and get better standards? Probably yes. Anyway, this game's story actually takes itself seriously, and the writing is fantastic, especially when compared to the previous games. Listen to how much better and mature the voice acting is.
What does that make me?
Fashionably late. But hey, you tried. There's sand everywhere! Green Hill's looking a lot more like Sand Hill right now. Look, I'm perfectly fine. It's been generations since I seen you.
Bruh.
You okay?
I even love the new Chaos Emerald lore and the ancient stuff and the end being some ancient evil and all that. Okay, I don't know when I'll ever mention this again, but I am fixated on how cool this giant diamond thing looks. It gives off an indescribable ancient yet futuristic vibe. It's so cool. Can you tell I surprisingly actually really dig this game's art direction? Anyway, the main reason this is my favorite Sonic game is because it feels like Sonic Team really tried to make a masterpiece, and they did. Although Cyberspace oddly enough does reuse stage layouts, the Frontiers movement makes them so much fun to speedrun. The homing dash is so amazing, and I kinda wish it was in Shadow Generations too, but I totally understand why it's not. Although Cyberspace Challenge and Battle Rush can be a little frustrating on your first try,
I'm gonna have a panic attack! Whoa! Decide that!
they're so satisfying to S-rank. One of the best parts, if not the best part about this game, is the soundtrack. There is not one bad song other than 3-5. Don't believe me, listen to it. Other than that garbage song, every single song in this game is a joy to listen to. Find Your Flame might be literally the greatest song ever in all of history, and the Sonic Symphony was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Before I end today's video, I want to state heavily that the top 3 Sonic games could easily be my number 1. But this is the final order I chose, and I'm satisfied with it. Leave a comment with your top 5 favorite Sonic games, and check out my new song Spring Break on all major streaming platforms. Sorry, had to plug myself there. But if you love silly Speedy Blue Hedgehogs, subscribe.